All right, good morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning now. Done our grocery shopping, we've walked the dogs. I'm really torn on what to do with this truck because there's no check engine light, there's no transmission fault. I made a post on Facebook page for T680s. Some people are saying the shops told them the same thing, that they needed clutches replaced, and they replaced the clutches and the problem still persisted. I mean, this could be simple as a bad battery to a bad battery connection to, somebody said it was their shifter stalk, the thing that you use to put it in neutral and drive and reverse. Somebody said it was an actuator. Somebody said it was an O-ring. Somebody said they had an air leak. And it seems like these dealerships have no idea what the problem is.
They just think the clutch is done because of the mileage.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, so I guess let me go over a little bit of what, because the truck has, we're sitting at 472,000 miles now. I guess that's just like, that's when we replace the clutches kind of thing. But you get on Facebook with, okay, it says, with the vehicle having over 400K miles, this is the approximate lifetime of an endurant clutch. We will still inspect clutch release components, but it is advisable at this time to replace the clutch. So basically, they just want to, they have to take the transmission apart in order to inspect the clutch. But like I said, that might not even be the problem. Like, the truck drives fine even with that sensor or with that warning on, but then it just like randomly goes out. That's the first time that we had a check engine light come on with that laundry list of errors, which leads me to believe that it might be electrical maybe. I mean, I always get the water and the fuel indicator sensor circuit because I think it's because we took that off. Then it's transmission output shaft speed, abnormal update rate, wheel-based vehicle speed, abnormal. Oh, that's another thing. Somebody said it could, theirs was a wheel speed sensor. Transmission communication failure, idle torque limit. See, what else did we have? Transmission communication failure, engine transmission match out of calibration. There's a multiplex PGN timeout error. You know what? J1939. J1939. I feel like somebody mentioned that. J1939. Yeah, right here. Fault code 116, secondary data link. I would have somebody check for this code on a computer. I got the same code. Okay. So somebody said they had this exact same code, J1939, but he says B. J1939B. Mine's just a J1939. He says intermittent short in a wire on the Kenworth side, not the Eaton side. That's wild. This guy had the same fault code, and he says it was a intermittent short in a wire, and that would kind of make sense because it's very intermittent. Comes and goes. Is wonder if he could find out what wire that was. So I was quoted $7,500, and there's a lot of people on here that are saying they got their clutches replaced for $5,000. There was a person in at the Kenworth in Vegas. They got his for $5,000. Kenworth of North Las Vegas said that I just replaced my clutch. It was less than 5G. 2019 1060 t680 with a 12-speed. I don't know. Alright. So I just watched another video where a guy was saying he was having some troubles. It ended up being one of these connections in here. So I'm just pulling all these off, trying to clean them up real good. First thing I did was I came in here and I pulled out any fuse or any relay that had to do with the transmission. Clean them up real good. Put some dielectric grease on it. Now I'm going to pull all these connections off, make sure they're okay, and then put some dielectric on all this. I noticed when I was pulling this plug off, let me see, I mean the amount of dirt and grime, I mean that's probably okay, but the amount of dirt and grime all around all this stuff, I might just dielectric all of this stuff. Watch the dirt that comes out of this thing. Look at that. Dirty, dirty. I can't seem to get this one off. This one was kind of a pain in the butt too. This one was kind of a pain in the butt too. But this one, I definitely can't seem to get to pull off, and I don't want to break anything. That lever's all the way down, and it still just will not wiggle loose. But I want to pull all these off and clean them all up. Find all my grounding points, clean up all my grounding points. It just doesn't make any sense why it comes and goes. And that code, the J139 whatever, Google's saying I need to the truck has lost communications with its engine control module. This could be caused by a loose connector, an intermittent wire fault, or other issues. And that's one of the codes that we're getting, the J1939. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens. It's not on right now, so it's like, I don't know if what I'm doing is gonna fix it or not until we drive the truck. Alright, I've got all of these pulled off and cleaned up, and dielectric grease, except for this, and this. I just couldn't get these three off right here without feeling like I was gonna break something. So we greased all of these others, we greased all of this. I don't know. Now we're about to move on to the batteries. Lita's in the truck shutting things down. I mean, there's definitely some corrosion going on. Maybe. I don't know what that's for. That's another fuse. Alright, walked over to the auto parts store. We got some battery stuff, some liquid pipe tape, We're gonna try to clean this up. I mean, they're pretty dirty. I don't know if that's dielectric grease from me or from whoever did this before. I don't think I've ever had these batteries apart, so I'm not 100% sure. There's definitely some corrosion going on in here. So we're gonna take all this apart, clean it up, cross our fingers. What are you doing? Now she's gonna get in the chair. Camera took 5 minutes to turn on, but now you're not adorable anymore. Go lay back down. Well, we've cleaned everything up. I don't know if I could say that I seen like a definite problem. There was definitely some problems with the inverter and the APU connections. Those were pretty bad. This was all gunky. The negatives were all gunky and everything, but I think that was just like dielectric grease and then dirt stuck to it. This stuff here, oil-based, does not dry or evaporate, stops battery corrosion. I don't know. And then this cleaner is supposed to turn pink. If it turns pink on contact with acid, nothing turned pink. So I don't know. It's hard to fix a problem when the truck is not telling you that there's a problem anymore. So I don't know what to do. I think what we're gonna do though is get all this cleaned up. I'm gonna let Lita clean this up while I go sit in the air conditioner, and we'll disconnect from the trailer. We're gonna go see Grandma for a bit, take the truck for a test drive and see if, I don't know, like we could go you know, the last time before we dropped those coils that we had problems with it was at that truck stop, right? Where the truck wouldn't go in reverse. And that was months ago, right? How long ago was that? At least a month or more.
Yeah, because we were home for 3 weeks.
I don't know. I wish I could have gotten this off. I just didn't want to pull on it too hard.
What is it?
So I got this off and these 3 off.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't get this one off and these 2 over here off. I don't know. I guess I could check for all the grounds on the frame. That looks like that's a ground. It's getting hot out here, so it's hard to be motivated at the moment. I don't know. Guess we're going to clean up. I told you guys I took all the fuses and the relays out that had to do with the transmission. We did take those out the other day at the rest area. Was that at the rest area? Where did we do that at? Or at that place, the coil place. Anyways, some of them did have like some like black soot on them. You know how like if a wire arcs a few times, it'll get like that black soot? And I did clean them up, but it didn't go away then. Make sure everything's pushed in. I don't know. We'll get this cleaned up. We'll take it for a test drive. Go see Grandma. See what's up.